let me just quickly open the software. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? Um, okay, let's just give others 5 more minutes to join, and then at 5 minutes past, we'll commence. All right, guys. So I think that it's best if we get started now. All right. So as you all know that the task was this stuffing box here, which has a total of 6 components, right? So this is what your assembly is supposed to look like. All right. Okay, so guys, the trick here is to start with the most easiest part, right? Because you need to be quick when drawing, so starting with the less complex parts, I think that would be best for like your time management and all of that. All right, so coming into this one, I think it would be best if I can start with this part 2 here, because I noticed that many of you guys were struggling drawing this part because of this section here with the hidden details and all of that. All right, so this shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes drawing it, because it's not really a complicated part, but yeah, I'll just explain it to you guys on how you go on about drawing this one, right? So as you can see here on the top view that it actually has an elliptical shape, right? So the top part, it's more like an ellipse. All right. So guys, there are many ways to kill a cat, right? So it's either you can draw this top section as it is, or you can just start with this front part straight away, right?
Okay.
So yes.
Please don't forget to record the task.
All right. But I think it's being recorded. Yeah, I think so. All right. So sorry about that, guys. We're still here. So as I'm saying that it will be best to draw the front view of this one. And how do you go on about doing that? You know that you will use your revolve feature, right? So what is it? I think we know all the dimensions here, right? So you know that when you're using your revolve feature, we'll just draw. We'll just draw the half section of this, meaning that. Sorry, guys. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. So you know that we'll be drawing our left section like that, and then meaning that now there's this other part that I saw that you guys were struggling with here, this one right here. So yeah, so do we know this distance from here to there? Yes, we know it because here it is given in our left view that its diameter what? It's diameter 46, right? So now, what does that mean? That means that from here to there, we have what? We're gonna have 23, right? Because it's diameter 46. So meaning that now there we have 23. All right, so we have it, that one, it's 23. And also now coming here, we're given that the angle, it's what? It's 15 degrees. So this angle, where is it? it's between the horizontal line and this inclined line here, which is 15 degrees. So we know that we have 15 degrees here, right? Like that, we have 15 degrees. So, okay guys, let's get started with this part. Okay, so it's still loading, guys. I don't know what's happening because my mic was on mute. I don't know what's happening, guys. But I just hope you saw what I was doing here, or you heard what I was doing. Because what I was saying is that for this one, you can just start with the front view. I really hope that you guys heard this discussion that was going on here. All right, so let's start on our XY plane. On our XY plane like that, and then let's see. We know that the overall dimension of this elliptical top part of ours is 120. But then since we're cutting it at the center, only drawing the left section of it, meaning that it's going to be 60, right? And then here we have diameter 50, and then we have diameter 42, right? So now coming to our inventor, you can draw a line there, of which now this line is going to be what? It's going to be our center line, like that, right? Okay, so it's constrained already, and then let's, okay, we have this one. All right, so that's what we have. And then we know that this one, it's diameter 50, guys, which is the top part, right? Which is our top part, this one, which is diameter 50, this section here, right? Okay, so what's next? We can go for the overall dimension here, which is 120, right? There you have it. And then we know that this one, it's diameter what? It's diameter 42. Okay, so now coming to the thicknesses and all of that, we know that this diameter 50 part has a thickness of 9 here, and then this one has a thickness of 15, and then the overall distance going down, it's what? It's 45. Okay, so let's come back here. We know that this one, it's 9, this one it's 15, and then this one it's 45. You have it, everything is now constrained like that. All right, so what's next now? What is next now is this section that I highlighted in red here. Okay, it's the section in red. So we know that this okay, let me first erase here. We know that this arc, it's a radius 12 arc, and then we're also told here that this overall distance is 12, right? So meaning that this radius of 12, its center, it's exactly on this line. It lies on this line, on this one, right? So let's get to it. We know that okay, it's fine on this one. You can use an arc or you can use a circle. It's up to you. So let's say I choose to use an arc like that, right? And then the arc has to be radius 12, and then there I have it. But then now the center of this arc has to be in line with this horizontal line, and then there you have it. And then now coming back here, we said that we know that this distance here is 23 from the center to this end, because it's from here, from this diameter 46, right? So you know that from the center to there, it's diameter 46, and there you have it. All right, now what's next? We know that we have a line there going down like this, and also we have a line from here to there. So now what do we know about these two? We know that the angle between the horizontal line and this inclined line here, it's what? It's 15 degrees. And then we know that this one, it's at its diameter 24. So okay, coming back to our drawing, we know that this one and this one, it's diameter 15. There we have it. This one, it's diameter 24. There we have it, right? And then now we need okay, actually I don't need anything now. So what you can do now is just we can trim here, because we don't want this part, and also up there we can trim just like that. And then from there you can finish your sketch. Okay, sorry, let's go back a bit. But this one doesn't really matter, because like we also don't need this line, but then you see now it's removing our constraint, so it's fine like that. So you finish your sketch, and then revolve, and then there you have it like that. Then select our axis. All right, so there, that's what you have, right? Okay, but then now our top view, it's not circular as it seems here, but it is what? It is elliptical, as you can see here, that it has this ellipse shape, right? So now coming back to here, we can start a 2D sketch here on the surface. And then what is it that we want? We want an ellipse. Okay, so there you have it, your ellipse. And then we know that this ellipse, it's 120 millimeters long, right? So meaning that the half, it's 60, like that. And then we also know that it is 72 millimeters thick, so meaning that this half here, it's going to be 72 divided by 2. And then there you have it. So let's project this one, because we're gonna need it. And then now what more else do we have? We have these two holes here of diameter 13, right? Which is this hole right through here, and also that one. And then what do we know about these holes is that the center to center distance, it's 84, right? So let's now we have a circle of diameter 13, and also this side diameter 13. And then the center to center distance, it's 84, right? Meaning that from the center now to this circle, it's going to be 84 divided by 2, which is going to be 42, right? So there we have it. So okay, our circles are not constrained, as you can see. What we can do, we can use a horizontal constraint so that this center can be in the same straight line as this one, right? Okay, and then now you see it, your circles are now all constrained. And then you can finish your sketch, and then click E to extrude, right? So let's select our profiles. We don't want this one, and also we don't want that one, and also we're cutting here and there. So we are cutting and then we're cutting through all, right? So there you have it. So mean that we are done with our part 2, guys. We are done. And what is our part 2? It's a gland, and then it's made of what? It's made of brass, right? So now we can change your material to be okay, let's see. There we have it, and then we can also save it. Let's see. Okay, let me quickly create a new folder here, and then let's call it what, stuffing box. Enter. And then this is where we'll be saving our parts. So we know that our part 2, it's a what? It's a gland. So there we have it. All right, so now moving to the next one. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Hi guys. All right, so I see a comment there saying that I don't think that the thing is open at the bottom. Let's see. Okay, what we can do is that, okay, let's view this thing like this, guys. I believe that this is what you see here. So let's just erase all of these things here. I can also delete that and name them. All right, so this is what our gland is supposed to look like from the front view, and this is exactly what I have here. All right, so okay, someone is raising a hand. Let's see. Yes, you can unmute yourself.
So, Mr. Tito, what if you draw the whole thing, then when you're done, you fillet the thing inside? You fillet it with a 24 fillet, the 24 gas fillet.
All right, I get what you're saying. I get it, but then now the problem will be okay. Let me just okay. So you're saying that how about you draw this solid thing and then you apply a fillet here, right?
Yes.
Okay. For that one, at first, what is it that you're gonna need? Because check already this diameter, it's 46, right? Which is this 46, right? So now, what diameter are you going to use when now you'll apply your fillet? Like, let's say okay, what happened? Each thing is now when I go back, I just have to restart the whole thing. So the fillet feature, I really don't think that it's possible to apply here, because remember, how do you apply a fillet? Let's say you have a fillet of what? Of 2, and then you want to apply it here, right? Like that, right? Meaning that now this outside portion, this outside portion, it's no longer what? It's no longer 13, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you can measure here, or is it? Let's say, you see, it's no longer 13 now, right? It's 17. So your fillet, it expands what you are doing. So coming here, you know that this is supposed to be 46. So what is it that you are gonna draw? Are you gonna draw a hollow part of diameter 46 here? Because check what's gonna happen when you are applying a fillet. When you apply a fillet, let's say a fillet of 0.2, you apply it here. Okay, so this one is not actually clear. Let's use 0.5, or we can use 1, like that. Remember, this thing is supposed to be at 42, but then now, coming to check now, we are no longer at 42 now. You see, we are at 47 point something. So that's why the fillet feature can't be applicable on this one. Okay, so if that was all, let's move to the next part. So I believe that the next easiest part here is what? It's a bush, right? Here you have it, your bush here. So this one, it's also simple. You can also just use a revolve, right? So you know the outside diameter, it's 42. Sorry. The outside diameter, there you have it, it's 42, and then you know the overall thickness, it's 15 plus 16, right? Meaning that it's 21, and then you know all your diameters, you have 24 and you have 33. So let's get started with it. Okay, again, you start your 2D sketch in your XY plane. And then let's have our center line here, like that. And then center line, right? And then what is it that we need to draw for this bush? It's just one half section of it, right? Like this, like this, like this, and like that. So what is it that we know? We know that this diameter, it's diameter 42, right? There we have it. And then what else do we know? We know that this one, know that this one here, it's diameter 33. And then we know that this one here is diameter 24. And then we know that this one, it's 6 millimeters thick, and then this one, it's 15 millimeters thick, right? So sorry guys, I want to make this one to be, yeah, like that. So now we also know that our angle, it's what? It's 15 degrees. So what is it now that we're missing? I think we're missing the dimension from here to this point, right? Okay, so let's go check. Okay, it's not given. It's not given. We just know that this one is 24 and this one is 33, and then the outside one is 42. So we don't know anything from here to there. All right, so I think we're done with our push just like that, and then you can just finish your sketch and then click R to revolve, and then there you have it, just like that. And then now let's see the material. It's made of brass also. So you select your material there. There you have your brass. Let's see. Okay, it's fine. This one, no, not this one. Yeah, I think this one's okay. And then you can save. So that's it. Save. All right. Guys, when you have questions, please ask, guys. Please ask. Should you have any questions? All right, now let's move to the next part. What is it gonna be? Let me first erase these ones. Sorry. I see someone raised a hand here, so yeah, you can unmute yourself.
So say when drawing and we apply that center line, does it automatically like measure the whole diameter?
Yes, because let's go back to our sketch here.
Say you are mute.
Okay, I don't know why it doesn't keep muting myself. So I was saying that since you have this center line here, right? And then you only have one section of your drawing, like only one part, only the left section of it, right? So now when you want to dimension from your center line to up there, it gives you diameter 42, right? Which means that it gives you this 42, right? So yeah, when you have a center line, automatically it gives you your overall diameter. Unlike when you are using a construction line. If you're using a construction line, okay, let me just illustrate. If we're to say this, it's a construction line like that. No, sorry, it's a combination now. And let's say we didn't have this, right? When you're using a construction line, you will click here and click there. You see now it doesn't give you the diameter. It only gives you only the half distance, of which it's 21, right? Like that. So like just to make sure that you don't mess up with the dimensions and all of that, I think it's best that you just use a center line, because it will tell you what is the overall diameter and all that. Okay, so let's move to the next one, guys. What is it gonna be? Okay, I think we can go for a stud, right? Go for a stud, which is this one. Okay, so let's go. We know that it's an M12 a stud, so already we know that the diameter of this shaft is 12. So let's create a new file again. Then let's start. On this one, okay, we can use the XZ plane. Why? It's because when we use our XY plane, right, our stud will be horizontal, right? But then if we can use this one, it will be vertical. I hope you get what I'm saying. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You can use your XY and you can use your XZ. But for you guys, it's advisable that you always use the XY plane, because I really think that the lecturers, they do check that. They check which plane did you use to start your sketch. So yeah, okay, so let me have my XY plane here. And then I know that my shaft diameter is 12. And then I know that this portion here, this one, it's diameter 24, right? This one is diameter 24, it's given. So okay, let's have another circle of diameter 24. All right, let's finish our sketch, and then now we're extruding, right? So let's start with this part. So on this one, we have to double extrude, right? but you can't use the symmetrical one because the distances are not the same. So you just use your this one, which is asymmetric. So now coming back to here, we know that we have 15, and then now, what is this distance now from here? No, sorry. From here to here, right? This distance, this one. We know that it's going to be 90, which is the overall distance, minus 15. So we already have 15 going down. Where do I have it? It's 15, right? Not 5. Sorry. And then we're saying that this one, it's 90 minus 15. And there we have it. And then now we also have this one, right? This one, it's only going up by what? By 5 millimeters. Okay, so this one is just 5 millimeters. So yeah, there we have it. We have our stud like that. Okay, so I think what has been a problem with you guys also is that now coming to this section, this one, I don't know, maybe some of you, they just applied a fillet or a what, I don't know. But then with a fillet, we have a problem because we know that the overall distance, it's what? It's 90. So if you come here and you apply a fillet, let's say maybe you apply a fillet of 5 millimeters like that, right? Okay, sorry, let me just edit this one, edit feature. So you apply a fillet of 5 there and also down here, right? Like that. This is incorrect because now when you measure now, when you're using your measuring tool, this distance from here to here, it's no longer 90. You see, it's now 8, right? So meaning that here you can't apply a flat feature because now it's reducing the size. Okay, so you can just undo and all of that. Okay, what you can do on this one, you have to start a new sketch, right? In your mid plane, doesn't matter which one, but I think this one will do. And then you slice your graphics like that. But then now we're not told the radius of that portion, right? We're not told, so that's where you just have to assume because they didn't tell us. So okay, now coming back to our drawing, you can use an arc and then from this end to that end, and you want it to be like that. So for this one, we can use 8, right? There you have it. And also down here, let's go like that, and then we can also use 8. There we have it. And then we need the what? We need the revolve axis, right? So they are our revolve axis, and then we can make them a construction line. Okay, but I think we'll have to extend to both ends. Sorry. Want to extend this one. Okay, I don't know if did it extend or not. It should be like that, and also this side should go all the way down here. All right, so we can just click R for revolve. What is it that we want to revolve? Okay, so you see now we can select our profile because we didn't project this horizontal line here. So what you just have to do is to project this geometry and also project that one. Okay, so now let's revolve. We are revolving this along which axis? Along this axis, right? Where is our other profile? It's also this one. Okay, So now there you have your stud looking like this. So now we can also now apply our thread, which is we apply it here. And then what is the depth of our thread? It's 58, right? So it's 58. So now the pitch, it was not specified, so you can just use N. Okay, so it's M12. Let's make it M12 by 1,5. And then the depth, it's 58. Then there we have it. What else are we missing in our stud? I think we're missing some fillets. As you can see that it is filleted here, right? And there. So again, the fillet was not specified. You can just use your own. So how about 5? It's too big. Let's try 1. Not bad. I think that one will be fine. Okay, is the below part filleted? It doesn't seem like it. Let's see. But not the below part doesn't seem like it has a fillet. All right, so okay, or we can make it 2. It doesn't really matter because it was not given. Okay, so we are done with your stud. And then what is the material for the stud? It's a mild steel, right? MS, which stands for mild steel. So you apply your material there, and then steel, then you go to steel mild. There you have it. Okay, so we can save our stud. So now what's next? We have 3 parts so far, and the total it's what? It's 6, right? Okay. This one I'll draw it last, guys. So what we can go for now is actually the nut, because we have a nut there, which is part 5. What is part 5? Part 5, it's an M12 nut, right? Okay. So, okay. Oh, we're told that's an M12. All right. So let's get going with it. Create a new part file again, and then this one, it's a nut, right? Okay, you can start a 2D sketch. Can use your XY plane, you can use your XZ, but you guys, you're going to use XZ plane, right? So it's an M12, right? So we have sorry guys, M12, which is 12. And then now you know what is your outside diameter, right? It's going to be 1,5 multiplied by your, okay, sorry, I'm saying that your outside diameter, it's going to be 1,5 multiplied by your radial, your inner diameter there, right? And you know where is this coming from, right? The standards I've been telling you guys about. So there we have it. And then now finish sketch. Let's extrude. Again, the thickness, we know that no guys, this is not correct. It is, but to avoid creating many sketches, right, we can also just draw the hexagonal shape here to avoid creating many sketches. So we have a polygon with 6 sides, which will go like that, right? And then you know that your polygon will have to be tangential to your outside diameter, like that. Okay, so yeah, let's extrude. Okay, I can extrude this whole section by what? By 0,8 multiplied by multiplied by 12, right? So there we have it, our thickness. And then also now let's add another extrusion. which is this one. It cuts all the way through, and there we have it. So again, we put our threads. We know that our threads is going to be what we said, M12 by 1,5, right? They should be the same for the stud and also for the nut. So there you have them. And then now, you know that a nut can't just be having flat surfaces, right? You can see that there's something happening here, right? Even though the below part, it seems to be just flat. Okay. So how do we go on about that section? You know, you have to start your sketch in that plane, in your mid plane there, like that. And then let's slice the graphics, and then you know that you need to have a line like that. And then so the angle doesn't matter, but I think it should be just between 15 and 25, or between 15 and 30 degrees. So your choice. So for here, we can even use 20 degrees, right? And then, okay, we need our revolve axes here. There we have them. So we can make it a construction line. Okay, so what more else do we need? We can say we need this one here. So let's just make it one. There we have it. And then now click R for revolve. Okay, so we're missing the other geometry for the vertical line. So we can cancel and then project geometry, which is this one. So now you have your sketch closed like that, and then again press R for revolve. This is what we are revolving, and then your revolve axes, there you have them, and then your cut through, right? Okay, so there we have it, our nut. This is how it looks like. Okay, what's the material for the nut? It's also mild steel, so you can just go to material selection, then go to mild steel. There you have it. Then you can save it. It's an M12 nut. There you have it. All right, so now we have 4 out of 5 files, right? Out of 5 parts, because we have 5 parts. Looking here, we have 5 parts. So what is it that we're missing? We're missing the body, right? Okay, so here's the body. We have it. And then again, guys, you have this other confusion about this rectangular section here. This rectangular section. So guys, this rectangular section, it's not part of our sketch. You can even see that this thing, it's not even straight. You see the lines are doing some things here. And besides that, you don't even have the dimensions. Okay, so I know that looking at this front view, this bottom part looks to be longer than the top part, right? So I don't know how it ended up being this type of a configuration, but looking here, looking up here, this bottom part should be the same as that top part. It's actually the same. They are the same thing. The bottom should be the same as the top. So what I'm saying is that this section, this one, is supposed to be the same as this section. So now, guys, I think the confusion is now clear about this rectangular section here, right? Get it, guys? So, all right, now let's get started with our body. So again, we know this elliptical part, it's still it's 120, sorry, it's 120 by 72, which is already given here. Guys, if ever the message there you are writing something there in the chat box, I won't see it, so it's best if you raise your hand and then you can just speak. All right, so now let's get started with our with our body. By the way, the other tutor is here, guys, so I think he can attend to your queries on that chat box. So let's start our 2D sketch. We can use our XY plane. Okay, so guys, maybe you are wondering why am I using the XY plane and all of that. Thing is, you can see that these parts, right? They are what? They are vertical, like they are not in a horizontal position. So if you use the XY plane, after extruding, your sketch will be in a horizontal position, like the top part of your stud will be here and the bottom part will be there. Of which now, since I am using the XY plane, I know that the top part will be here at the top and the bottom will be here at the bottom. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because when you go to assembly, you can always rotate your part to your desired to your desired 2D sketch that you want it to be like. Okay, so let's get started, guys. We know that we have an ellipse here, and then there you have our ellipse, and then let's put on dimensions. We know that it's 120, so this is going to be 60. And then this one, we know that it's 72, so it's 72 divided by 2, since it's a half of it. 72 divided by 2, there you have it. And then I believe that we have about we have a circle of what? Okay, let me go back to the sketch. We have a circle, this one here, the hidden detail one, which is this one, right? That's why here in the top view, it's you can see that it's a hidden detail, because when you're looking at this side, you can't see it. That's why it's a hidden detail. So it's what? It's diameter 66. And again, we also have this one that goes through all the way down here, which is diameter 42. All right, so we have diameter 66, and then we have diameter 42, right? So this one is not concentric. You can always use your constraint there. We want this one to be to be collinear with that one. Okay, again, we have circles here, and then we have holes actually. This hole going down here and also going down there. So guys, these ones, okay, if you remember, here we didn't do any threads, right? We didn't create any threads because they are not there, because you can see that this one is just it's just one hidden detail line, and that is just the hole going through. But then coming to this one, you have what looks like 2 hidden detail lines there, right? So what does that mean? It actually means that that thing, it's what? It's threaded. Same here with the what? With the stud, I think we're missing these threads here at the bottom. I think we're missing them, so I'll just add them later on. Okay, so we're told that these holes are M12 holes, right? So we can just come here, you know that it's 12, and also here you know that it's 12. And again, the distance in between is 84. There you have it, meaning that from here to there it's going to be 84 divided by 2, right, which is going to be 42. Okay, so let's constrain our circles. Oh no, sorry, I think it has to be this one, like that, and also this one and this one. Yeah, there we have it. They are now constrained. Everything is fully constrained. Okay, again, you can finish your sketch and then click it for extrude. Let's first, what is it that we want to extrude? It's this portion. No, sorry, it's this one, right? Okay, I can select it. No, guys. It's actually this one that we're extruding, and then we're extruding it with what? 15 millimeters. Here we have it, it's 15, right? Here, it's everything here so that our sketch looks well represented. All right. So, and guys, I saw you guys were having I can't know like whether it's a rectangular thing. Like, guys, how can this be rectangular when you are told that its diameter 66, meaning that it's circular? So you guys were having these other scary sketches there in class. So pay attention to those things, guys, because you are told that this thing is diameter, meaning that it's a circular portion. All right, so we're extruding by 15, right? And then plus what? Now this bottom section, but then we're going down, right? We're going down by what? By 50. There we have it. It's 50. It's this one. So we have it there. It's 50. Okay, then we're done with that one. And then now we need to create a sketch here, right, on this bottom part, since we said that this top part is the same as the bottom one, right? So you started 2D sketch on the surface. What is it that you need? You don't have to redraw that ellipse and all of that. You can just project your geometry. It seems like I'm running low on data, guys. So you just have to project your geometry. So you just project that one and also this one and that one and all that. Let's see. All right, so we don't have these holes in the bottom part, so you can just you can always delete. So we don't need this geometry. You can delete it, and you also don't delete it. But then now here in the bottom we have this hole here of diameter 33. Okay, so here we have it. It's diameter 33. Okay, then again you can finish your sketch. Oh, I think we're missing another geometry, guys. Let's project this one. Let's project that one. Okay, yeah, I think now we're good to go. So let's extrude. This is what we're extruding. Also okay, this is what we're extruding plus that one, and then I think we're also extruding by 15, right? And there we have our body, guys. This is how it's supposed to look like. And then now okay, let's see from your view here. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is your diameter 33 and this is your diameter 42, and then those are your M12s. Okay, so let's thread our M12 here. Oh, what? Then we said we're using M12 by what? By 1,5, right? There we have it, and then plus here, there we have it, M12 by 1,5. So we're done with the body, guys. We're done. What we need now is the material and everything. So the board is made of cast iron, CI cast iron, right? So let's go to our material, iron cast. Okay, there you have it, cast iron. Then you can save it. It's a what? Woody. All right. I said we need to correct something on our stud, right? We need to thread at the bottom part. Okay, so it's still saving. let's see. All right, guys. Okay, I see something about a fillet here. Okay, I think your other tutor addressed that matter. All right. Okay, Matsobane, you were asking, like, the ellipse is supposed to be like that. How are they? I think you can just unmute yourself and then elaborate on this one, because I don't think I follow what you are saying. All right, so I think we're done saving here, so we can just go back to our stud and then apply the threads again. Yeah, we're applying the threads here, right? M12 by 1,5. Okay, and then yeah, you can save your stud again. There you have it. All right, now guys, we're moving to assembly now. As I can tell that we've already chowed 1 hour already. So okay, let's move on to the assembly, guys. And fortunately, guys, in this one, you know exactly what you have to produce in your assembly. This is what you have to produce, guys. This is what you have to produce. So if you can't get this one correct when it's given to you, then that's a problem, right? But then okay, but I think I'll address it once I get to the assembly. Okay, so again, as I always tell you guys, you have to identify your main component. Here you can see that part 1 is your main component, your body, because everything is just assembled into this body. So body is your main component on this one. Okay, let's get started. You know how you create an assembly, right? You go there and then, but then now you come to assembly standard millimeter.iam. There you have it. Okay, let's give it some time. All right, so now you can start placing your components, right? Let's see. Okay, we have our body, which is our main component. So there we have it. Then click on OK. And this view, guys, it's damaging my eyes. Okay, you can always come here and then come here, visual styles, and then you make it have edges. At least now it's not bad. Okay, you know that this view is supposed to be our front view, right? So but here now it says that it's a right view, and you know you can always change that by just coming here to this home ribbon here. You just right click and then set current view as front. So there it is, now it's a front view. So there you have it. So again, guys, your main component should be grounded, because now you see that I can play around with this body, of which I don't want that. So you just come to it, you right click, and then there you have it, it's grounded. So now you can't move anywhere. Okay, again, you know how we go with assembly, guys. We check the relationships, right? So coming here, we know that this hole here, these ones, it's an M12, and also that one is an M12. What else is an M12 that you know here? It's a stud, guys. You know that the stud is M12, meaning that even down here it's M12, right? So you were told that how many studs do you have? You have 2 of them. Okay, so let's go and then assembly, and then let's place again. What is it that we're placing? We're placing the studs, right? Okay, Okay, can always change here, but it's fine because yeah, it's showing that it's you can show IPT and IAM and assembly files, right? So these are our IPT files. So there you have your start. And how many do we need? We need 2 of them. So 1, 2. So guys, you see with that thing of why I was starting my sketches in the XZ plane. It's because let's say you drawn this stud using the XY plane. It was going to, when you place it here, so it was going to be horizontal like this. So just to avoid all of this rotating and stuff, you can just get it correct from the start. But even this one, it's not wrong because you know you can always rotate this, right, to be what you want it to be, right? Cancel. So we know that where is our start supposed to go? And this one, guys, was a fair question because you are given here. You are given. It's straightforward. Here, it's straightforward. How your start is supposed to look like. Yes.
Before you go on,
Please come again.
how do we rotate our parts?
Our part. Okay, let me just illustrate that one more time. Okay, so I'm saying that I were to place a stud, right? Here it says I have it. But then now it was not this orientation. It was just the orientation that I want. Let's say it was like this. So if you had it like this, what do you do? Since you have it like this, you just right click, right? And then now you have your options. You rotate it along the x-axis 90 degrees, or along the y-axis 90 degrees, or along the z-axis 90 degrees. So for this one, I believe that we have to rotate it along the z-axis. As you can see, they are pointing down, so you click there. Okay, so that's it's not the correct one. So you just have to play around with this, right? Rotate y90, rotate z90, rotate x90. Yeah, that's how you do that. But okay, let's say you don't do that. You just place it like this, right? And you don't want it to be like this. You can also come to this feature here, which is called free rotate. You see, you just click here. What is it that you want to free rotate? Is this stud, and then you can just do that to rotate it. So there are many ways. So you see now it's what you want it to be. I think I addressed your question properly. So let's delete this one. Okay, now we can start doing our constraint, guys. So this one is straightforward. It has to be an insert constraint. What is it that we are inserting? We're inserting this portion. Where are we inserting it? We're inserting it there. And there you have it. Click apply. And then you can also insert, okay, you have to apply here by inserting this one here. There you have it, apply. And then, okay, this is what you have. Okay, so now what is it that we can assemble next? I think we can just put this bush here, because here is a bush busy hiding here, going down like this and this and this and that. So this is our bush, right? So even the placement, you can see it there. Okay, guys, it seems like I missed these fillets here. As you can see, I missed them. So it's fine, I can always add them even at a later stage. All right, so let me now place. What is it that I want to place? It's a bush, and I only have one of it. Where is it, guys? I saved it as brass. Wow, sorry for that. It's a bush. Okay, there I have it. Okay, again, for this one, you have to use an insert constraint. What are you inserting? We're inserting this bush, this diameter. Okay, before I get to that, guys, remember we're always check our relationships using the dimensions. So here we have we have what? We have diameter 33. This section, it's diameter 33, this section. And then coming to our bush, we know that the outside diameter of it, it's what is diameter 33. So meaning that the 33 has to go to another 33. And then again, coming to this one, we know that this one is diameter what? It's diameter 42, right? There it is given. Again, coming to our bush, we know the top part going like that, it's what? It's diameter 42. So this tells you the placement, guys. All right, let's go there. So we're saying that we're inserting a 33 into another 33. So now that one, I think it's down here, which is this one. There you have it. Apply, cancel. When you look at your top view, your bush should show down there. There you have it. All right, now what's next? What's next? It has to be the gland, right? Which is this one. Which is this one here. You have it, your gland. It flies like this, like that, like that, like that, and then all the way down here, and all of that. But then on this one, guys, if you notice, we don't know this distance here, this offset here. Why? Because there's this other component that is here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's this other component here. Okay, let me try using a different color then. So we have this other component here, right? But then it was not given to us. So this what you call it? This gland, it actually sits on top of this part. This part that I highlighted here. But then now we don't know, we don't have this part. So you will just have to assume now this offset here. What is it gonna be? You can just assume it, because now without this part, we don't know what is this distance, right? So let's place our gland, right? There we have it. Okay, even here you can rotate your thing to make sure that it is what you want it to be. You see, now it's what I want it to be. Okay, like that. So now this one, since now we're talking about an offset now, right? We can't just insert, right? We can't just insert just straightforward. So what is it that we have to do? We have to constrain. What is it that we constrain? We're using a mate constraint now. What are we saying? We're saying that this surface should be like that, right? You see how they mate together. But then now we're saying that we have to offset now this one going upwards. So you have your offset there. Let's say 25, I don't know, even 25 seems fine to me. And then apply. But then guys, with the mate constraint only, we can't say that we did anything, because you see that our gland can just move anywhere. So now we have to insert now, right? We're inserting, what is it that we're inserting? This one into this one. Okay, it doesn't want to. The reason is why, it's because what I'm saying it must do now, I'm saying that I want to insert this circle into this circular portion here, right? Of which it is incorrect, because I said that my gland can only be 25 millimeters from the surface. So it can't move further up, right? It can't move further up, because now I'm forcing it to move all the way to up there. Okay. So meaning that we didn't necessarily had to do this. We didn't necessarily have to do this mate here, right? The offset, we can always do it even with the what you call it, with the insert constraint, yeah. So now let's say I want to insert. I want to insert this one into this one, right? Apply. I also want to insert, okay, because, okay, since now I inserted in only one side, you can see what is my gland doing, right? So meaning that I also have to insert the other side. And that I have to insert that one to here, right? Apply. So now I can be having my gland up there like that. This does not look good. You can come here now and then edit. What is it that you want to do now? You want to offset. So I think we have to go negative on this one. Let's say negative 40. Okay, it doesn't allow us to do that. Again, it's because of what? It's because of that other insert on the other side. Because I can say that I want to move this side 45 millimeters going down. What about that other side, which is just constrained up there, right? So we can delete these ones and these ones and these ones. Okay, so we still have our gland there moving like that. So now on this one, guys, we have to look at another approach. Okay, so what approach do I have is that let me go to my gland. I just want a mid plane. Let's go to my origin there. I want this mid plane, right? I just want it to be visible. That's it. And then let's come to my body. Again, I want this plane to be visible, right? Okay, so let's go back to our assembly. This is what we have. So how is this? How are these planes going to help me? They are going to help me to constrain these circular portions, because when I constrain this, plane to this plane, this is what I get. So meaning that now these circles are also in line with this with this stud, right? Okay, there I have it. Cancel. So now our gland can still again move up and sideways, but in the same sense of our what? You see, it can go up, but not sideways like this, because we constrained the mid planes. Okay. So now we can just insert. On this one, we didn't necessarily have to insert these ones. We can just insert this one. Where are we inserting it? We're inserting it here. And then you just have to flip your direction just like that, because it was like this, right? And you don't want it like this. You can just click here for the other way around, right? So there you have it. And then offset. Let's see, 12 down or 20. I don't know. It's up to you, because you don't know. Let's say 25. So there we have it. There we have it. And then now you can now always come here to make the planes to be invisible, because you don't need them anymore. Visibility also on the body, visibility. Okay, now one last part that is missing. It's our nuts, right? So we place our M12 nut, and then we have two of them. We have 1, 2. There you have it. And then again, we know where our nuts go. This is where they go. They sit here, right here and right there. Okay, let's come back. Constrain, insert. By inserting this to here. There you have it. We are also inserting what? That one to here. And there you have it. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Your thing is complete, which is this. It's complete. Okay, and you can just always okay, let's see. Let me say I want to see half section of my thing, and then I can just go to the origin along this axis, right? Finish. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So this is that space that I was telling you guys about, this empty space here. It's because there's a component that is actually supposed to be there, but then they didn't give it to us, so that's why, right? Okay, guys, any questions? Any questions? Okay, guys, before attending to your questions, just have to show you one last time now. Okay, let's first save our work. Let's save, it's a what? It's a stuffing box. Guys, you saw that I didn't have any errors in my relationships. Even if you can check them, there are no errors. So even with your case, guys, even with you guys, it should be the case. I don't want any error relationship. Okay, it's taking long now to save. Okay, so let's see. You see, there is no error in this relationship. There is no error in that relationship. There is no error in these relationships. There is no error in that relationship. There is no error in that relationship. And there is no error in that relationship. So even with you guys, that should be the case. You don't want any forced relationships, right? Okay, so one last thing, creating an DWG file, balloon, and what part list. There you have it, ISO DWG, and then create. And you guys, you should be preparing any questions that you have now, unless everything is clear. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please prepare them, because when I'm done, I'll have to attend to those questions. Okay, so you have your sheet looking like this, and then you just have to place your base, and it's going to be what? It's going to be, there it is, already it's there. So on this one, I think we can balloon all our parts just in this view. So I think we have to make it 1:1. I think that would be better. Yeah, I think that would be better. Okay, let's wait for it. It's still updating. All right. Okay, but I think this is a bit too much. Let me make it small. I think 1:2 was fine, or 1:1,5. 5. There I have it. All right, so it's even up to you if you want to section this, because let's say now I want to project it like that, and then create. And then what do I want to do? I just want a sectioned view of this thing, right? So you can always, okay, let's wait for it to update this view. It doesn't want to finish now. Okay. Okay, let's just wait for it, guys. Okay, but when we want to section, this is the view that want to section, and want to section it halfway like that. So that okay, it's fine. You can have our section view there, and then let's delete. Let's break the alignment. Sorry, guys. Break alignment. Let's break it. Okay, so I believe now we can just take our section view to there. So this is how it looks like on the section view. But then you know that nuts are not to be sectioned. I believe even this one is not to be sectioned. Yeah, I believe so. So you can always just right click there and then hide. Sorry. You just right click there and hide. You see now your nuts not sectioned. Even this side, you just right click, you hide. Even this one, hide, that one, you hide. So this is what you have. Okay, so before last, it's what? It's balloons, right? So you go to annotate, and then balloon, but what? Auto balloon, right? So what is it that we want to auto balloon? It's this view, right? Let's add our components. It's these ones, and then placement. Is it around, vertical, horizontal, or what? So we can just put around. I don't know why they are so far. Okay, apply, cancel, and then you know that you can just always fix them like this, like that, and like this, and like that. But then now it seems like our gland is not ballooned there, so you can also do it separate, just one balloon, and then that is what you want to balloon, and there you have it, like that. Everything is now ballooned. Again, you can create your part list of this view, and then there you have it. That's what it looks like. Okay. Yes, guys, so this is what you are supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do, guys. All right, now questions, guys. Questions, because our time is almost over. We only have about 4 minutes left. So questions, guys. And guys, you should really familiarize yourself with assembly, because for your project, it won't be nice. It won't be nice because as your tutors won't be assisting you with your project, it's all on you. And now, speaking of a project, I can just show you what our project looked like in our first year. Let me show you guys. But you guys are not allowed to have the same project as the one that we had, because you are not supposed to duplicate the projects actually, because if they had this before, it won't make sense for you guys to design it for them again. Okay, so here it is.